Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by
accidents. Contact
The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Sports fans, welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. We're broadcasting live from Copper and Oak. Good morning,
Copper
Joe.
Oak. Well, good morning.
It's
How are you, Scott?
I'm doing good. Thanks for
You look
showing
good.
up.
You losing weight?
Yeah, thanks for showing up.
Well, you know, I was kind of down a little bit. Well, no, I made it there last week.
Yeah, you're late, but you're there.
I wasn't late. You didn't need 19 people on there to interview the kids. Sorry I missed the seniors, but yeah, I mean, that was a good group of seniors.
Yeah.
Had a nice run.
Yeah, they did. It's,
They were right there with that Jayville team. And then, you know, we talk about Jayville's reward. They get to go over and play Joliet Catholic today. I don't know if that's a reward.
who plays? Oh, Jacksonville?
Yeah. Gotta go play Joliet Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
That's
I talked to Coach Grounds earlier in the week, and he said that's a very young Jacksonville team, and it'll be a great experience for those guys to go over there, win or lose, and play Joliet.
Will it?
Yes. It'll be.
Well, good luck to them. Maybe they can pull
I've
that
been over there a
upset.
few times, watched Joliet play.
Oh, have you?
It's a cool place. And they are a football school, as you well know.
Yes, sir. Well, speaking of football, a lot of playoff football going on around the area, Joe. Just talked to old Mr. Poole. He stopped in to see you, and, you know, he's got a free weekend this week, and, you know, he's just going to hunker down at home and just watch football today and tomorrow. It's been a busy season for, you know, high school football, you know, in Lincoln. It's time. A lot of time.
Wasn't it fun last year when Lincoln were in these playoffs?
Oh, yeah.
It was just, you know, it just makes everything more. I mean, it just makes everything more entertaining. And I love high school football.
Yeah.
And it was fun for them to be in. You know, too bad you got to go down the road there to those guys, but. It was fun last year.
Well, speaking of those guys, they lose last night to Peoria Notre Dame, 59-58 in overtime.
Yeah. I watched some of that game, not all of it. P&D's good. I mean, they're a smaller school that's playing, you know, in a tough conference.
Yeah.
And so you're going to get some losses, but they've played tough competition all year. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, they got a big quarterback. They run that wing T, and you know, it's funny how things change. You know, when Mike Benton was here, gosh, those were the late 90s. You know, double wing, you know, everybody was running that stuff. Double wing, wing T, this and that. Now everyone went to the spread, and now people are starting to creep back into that wing T, and it's difficult to stop when you're good at it. P&D is a good football team, and actually in overtime, Rochester scored, and they had the ball first, and P&D blocked the extra point. And then once, they got the ball and scored, they kicked the extra point for the W at Rochester.
Yeah, Rochester, they've been riddled with injuries all year, though. I mean, they lost their quarterback, they lost a running back, a linebacker, I think a defensive end.
Sure.
So, injuries.
And still had a great run in the Central State A. I mean, playing schools a lot bigger than them.
Yeah, so.
Derek will be back. He's a winner.
Oh, yeah. So.
Let's drop back down to 2A football, man.
Drop it back down.
Let's go to 2A because one of our guest coaches that stops by the show every now and then, Aaron Fricky, they're at home today taking on Carmi at 2 p.m. Both schools are 7-2, so it should be a good football game. I know he's all pumped up. Have a home playoff game. That's
Saturday football.
Yeah, Saturday football.
Yeah, is he going to be able to air it out today? I mean,
hell, I guess that old line coach was there all week. Maybe not. I sent him a text last night, said, I know you're not sleeping. Yeah. Because for game day, you're not getting much rest.
I mean,
can't turn it off.
Playoffs just a different breed. Everybody wants to make the trip to state, and it's still a long road though. There's still several games to be played, but hopefully Warrensburg.
It's a fun trip, and that momentum builds every week. You can win.
Where is the state tournament this year? Is it Champaign or NIU?
It's Bloomington.
They moved it to
awesome.
Bloomington. That's right.
Yeah, I love that they put it at a smaller venue because U of I is awesome. Don't get me wrong, it's awesome.
It doesn't look like anybody's there.
Yes, I mean you just can't fill that place. But boy, at ISU, and where it used to be, that's where they used to play it.
Yeah, I forgot they moved it there.
I know Coach Rourke, when they won the state championship, man, I'm going to have to think now of what year that was, but he let me walk the sidelines when they won the state championship, and it was at Bloomington, and it's addictive. It'd be fun to be in a state championship game. But, that way, you can kind of fill that place. A little more than you can Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what ISU holds, but they got a big game today. I forget who they're playing.
Then how you know it's a big game?
I just talked to somebody about it yesterday, but I don't remember what they were playing. If we go back, though, to Coach Fricky over there at Warrensburg, if they get a W today, they're going to have to head south, probably down to Johnson City. And Johnson City's playing Redbud today. Of course, Redbud's 5-4, so they're going to get the big boy, and that's Johnson City. They're 8-1, and Johnson City's only loss is to
Dixon,
Jared Shaner. So
a 4A school.
And Shaner said that they're a good football team. So hopefully Coach Fricky get the job done today and
air it out.
Go on down south.
Yeah.
Air it out. You like to air it out, don't you? Well, I'm just the opposite, too. I like to run in between the hash and get rid of the clock.
I do, too. But if that doesn't work,
don't give you the ball.
You got to air it out.
Yeah. We're expecting a phone call pretty soon here from
Coach Lyons.
Coach Lyons. Have you tried him again? I'm going to check my phone.
Well, he's probably on a bus right now, don't you think?
Yeah, he's on a bus. Yeah, heading to Nashville. That's a long way.
That's about 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes, something like that. Yeah, that's a nice little bus trip for him. But I think they had one not too long ago where they did a little. Did they go on a little?
They went to Johnson City.
Who?
Oh no, he's talking about Shaner. I was reading that text. I lost. You were talking about Ole. Yeah, they always have a long trip. It's funny how that's where he's got to go.
Yeah, couldn't find anything.
Last year, or a couple years ago, they had to go to Benton, way down south. I mean, Johnson City's right by Benton, so it's sending right back down the sticks.
They know the way. Hopefully they can come back with another dub and get a home game next week.
Well, you know who we're missing today on the show? It's always a bunch of fun.
Jake
is the furniture guy.
Yeah, he's over in Nebraska land, the home of the Huskers.
Yeah, he's. I just see we had your boy, I don't know how you guys are related. I mean, you're not identical twins, but J-Mac, he's on here. So said we started late and stuff.
Well,
Are you guys identical twins, or are you just
Siamese.
just?
We're attached at the hip.
Yeah, I didn't know if they separated your heads or not. Were you guys attached?
Yeah. He's got a big head.
Well, they made.
Beastly, bulging man.
You know, now that's very good, Jim. Did you do that?
Jim is on it.
Yeah, there's a little
That
something.
must be the J-Mac.
There's a little something for you,
thumbnail.
J-Mac.
Yeah.
But we thought Furniture Jake might give us a call and tell us about Nebraska. He's sent us a picture of a fancy cup that's got the state of Nebraska on it. He thinks he's cool.
Yeah, we got our GBR this morning. GBR.
And J-Mac has already predicted that UCLA will shock Nebraska today.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think those. I was hoping to be a little cooler over there in Nebraska, and then UCLA would have a little problem with the weather, but it's going to be a nice day. Nice and sunny.
Nice and sunny. Boy, I mean, just the Big Ten, you look at it now on a map, boy, is it spread out.
Isn't that neat when they do a little thing on TV where they show that thing and they all pop up where the universities are?
You got UCLA.
Makes it look like it's just right here.
Yeah, Washington.
But it's not.
Oregon. USC. That's some traveling right there,
A lot of travel. You, Illinois on today, I think at 10 or 11, taking on Minnesota.
Yeah, and I guess Minnesota's favorite. They're playing some pretty
Minnesota's pretty good. Be interested to see Illinois, can they recover, come back, be strong, ready to go?
good. Yeah, how healthy are they? I know they lost Pat Bryant last weekend. I don't know if he's cleared to play. Tough game against Oregon. Boy, that's a football team right there.
It's the speed. You just can't match up with the speed that some of those schools have, and Oregon's always got it. They have a great track team. I don't know how many of those athletes jump in and out of track also, but, I think they probably recruit them for track and then move them over to the football team. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
You're playing receiver.
Yeah, why don't you go over here and run? We'll see if you can catch the ball. I don't know if he's there yet. Well, we'll still talk. We'll keep
waiting
talking
on
high
Lions.
school football as Coach Lyon's going to get with us. He's probably he's got a lot going on. He may even be a bad
He may not have
sell
reception if he's down there.
But another big game in 2A today is Moreau Forsyth. I don't know if you've seen them play any, but boy, they're good.
They're pretty good.
They're going to play how good. Don't you have that button? They're going to take on St. T today. It's a big rivalry. That place will be packed. And,
St. T, I mean, they're kind of down,
Oh, no, it's a down year for them.
I mean, well, they've bbeen down the past several years.
2 years. No, 3 years ago they were
Pretty good.
Made a run. But they've been down the past couple years, but they snuck in this year, 5-4. My buddy's kid's the quarterback.
Oh, your buddy over there.
Yeah, so we're going to see. Hopefully they can give Moreau a little run, but Moreau is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then a local CS8 team, Q&D, which we all see, and that's it. Quincy Notre Dame, that's a good football team.
Yeah.
8-1. They're taking on Flora today, so we'll have to see how they do.
I mean, you think Quincy Notre Dame, they're a 2A school, and they're playing 4, 5, 6A teams in the Central State 8, and you hit that 2A category, you think they'd just be a juggernaut, and they're a good football team.
Oh, that's a good football team. Yeah, they're they were certainly, when you watched them, play Lincoln, which is the only game that I saw them play early, but they didn't look like that was 2A football.
No.
They had some kids out there that,
Some big boys.
yeah, that's a good football team.
What else you got on your index cards there?
Well, I was kind of waiting to see.
Well, if Coach
to talk-
Lyons doesn't call in, we might be hosed. We got nothing to talk about.
We're going to be fine. Shaner's going to come in and talk 4A football with us about 9:30.
Oh, he's coming in?
I was going to call on the phone. But let's talk 3A football, which is where Olympia is sitting right now. Byron, who is, the number one team in state, they won big last night over Fairbury, 57-20. That's also who handed Shaner their only loss of the year. And I watched that game, and they're very good. They want to run over you at the wing tee also. Who's up at St. Joe Ogden?
Yeah, I just saw it last night.
The West Frankfort Redbirds.
Oh, yeah. You going up there?
No.
No, you're not going to support?
No, I don't know any of those kids playing or the coaches, anymore or anything. So I'm going to root for West Frankfort. They sneak in at 5-4. St. Joe Ogden 9-0. Good football team.
Yeah.
And our Spartans from Olympia, and that's Coach Lyons going to try to call us from the bus. He said somewhere around 9. They're headed to Nashville, and that's a road trip. Nashville 8-1, and Olympia 6-3. And the hope is Nashville hasn't seen anybody down there running option, and they have trouble with it.
And I'm sure they haven't. Southern football is a little different than Midwest Northern football. It's more. You would say it's more like smash mouth down there. I mean,
yeah,
running the football between the tackles, as you would say.
Yeah, and I don't know if they've seen. If they think like a spread offense are an option that they don't see much, and it's going to give them difficulty. You've heard us talk about it on here before. If you don't. It's tough to practice against the option if you don't, because your team's not going to do a good job running it. Your scout is not going to do a good job running it against your first team D. So tough to prepare for.
Yeah, well, hopefully they can go down there and get a dub.
And the winner of that game, the winner of Olympia Nashville, they will play the winner of Fairfield and Greenville. Greenville 8-1, Fairfield 6-3. And I've been to the Fairfield football field. They call it the train yard. And it is what an awesome high school football field. Just the place. But I measured it because I thought it was unbelievable. But 25 yards from the stands, and then the stands are the track, and then the track, the football field. It is a train yard, and they said on an average Friday night 6 trains will go by during the game, and every one of them will just blow their horn during the whole thing. And I was there for a day game, so no trains went through. But they said they'll always blow the horn and this and that. It stops play, and it was just what a great high school atmosphere for a football game. The train yard.
That sounds
cool
great.
place.
Let's stop the game for a train.
Yeah, it's cool. Everybody just knows it's going on, so they just do it. Funny stuff.
And that's our show.
No, we're going to be all right.
No.
We'll let's take a break, and I'm going to try to call Coach Lyons and see what's going on.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll come back with more here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Sit on in time to hear the Shabadoo.
I hear it every week.
Oh, play it again.
I hear it every week.
It's a pretty funny one from Chuck Verderber.
Oh.
Pretty funny.
This is Chuck Verderber, and you're listening to The Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, Jim Lloyd, and Shabadoo on 96.3 FM.
You really got into it.
That is funny for some reason,
Funny.
isn't it?
And Lloyd gets a chuckle every time.
Oh, I do too. Puts a smile on my face. Funny stuff.
Funny stuff. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. Talking some high school football, waiting to see if we hear from Coach
Here
Lyons.
we go. He's ready, Jim. I just got a text from Lyons, if you can call him.
And Lyons is ready. He's on a bus right now, making the trip down to Nashville. Maybe in and out of service, or just didn't want to take Jim's call. So Jim's trying to get a hold of him here. Did you watch any of the World Series?
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second till he gets on there.
Yeah.
Man. There we go. I think he's hooking him up. He's hooking him up.
That was a second. All right, now joining us on the line is Coach Lyons of your Olympia Spartans. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, guys.
On a bus right now, Coach?
Actually, in a hotel room at the moment. We went down last night. Stayed in Mascoutah, Illinois, and so I'm in my room getting ready. We got a team meeting here in a few minutes, and so I'm just taking a few moments to talk to you guys before we get ready to get rolling for today.
All right. We appreciate your time. I know pretty busy schedule this morning, preparing for your football game today down south. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from Nashville.
Well, first of all, never too busy for you guys, you know. I mean,
well, we'll contact you at halftime.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll get a halftime report from you then.
Right. You guys driving down, you know?
No, next week when you're at home, I'm going to grab you on the sidelines as you're walking in like professionals do on TV, and we're going to ask you questions.
Right. I mean, if you send Aaron Andrews, I'll do a halftime interview.
Well,
you know.
Jim limits us on our travel radius, and Nashville is a bit too far, so we'll hopefully catch up with you next weekend as you get a home game.
Yeah. Well, guys, Nashville, very good team. You know, team that's played in the state championship 2 years ago. We're a field goal away from playing in it last year, and really well coached team. Used to be in 2A, but you know, I honestly, like, if you're a good football team, you're a good football team no matter what class you play in. So 8-1 conference champion. We played their conference champion 2 years ago. Benton was a conference champion that year. So you know, we know kind of what we're in for and how tough the test is going to be. Just, you know, they throw a ton of stuff at you. That's where I'd start. Like,
oh boy,
I think we did 2 games and they had like over 30 formations in 2 games. So they're going to give you a lot of different looks. They're going to show you some stuff that you haven't seen. You know, they have new little wrinkles every week, and so and we got to be ready for that. Defensively, they've been a 3-4 defense, but we prepare in a way. We don't normally, you know, because we're so different and unique with what we do offensively. We see a lot of different stuff, you know. So we never know if what we see on film is what we're going to get in the game. So we prepare to see just about anything. You know, we're going to have to, I told the kids all week, I think it's going to come down to, you know, a turnover or a big special teams play. And so anytime you're playing in games like this, right, it comes down to 3 or 4 big plays. And if you make the majority of those, you're probably going to win the game. And if you make, you know, they make the majority of them, you're probably going to lose. And so when you get into the playoffs, the margin of error gets razor thin, and you have to have tremendous focus all week so that you're ready when your opportunity comes.
Nashville's 8-1. Who was their only loss to?
Carterville.
Oh yeah, Carterville's in there also, right?
Carterville lost last night.
They got beat last night. That's right.
They got beat by Mount Zion last night.
So the Braves, they're moving on.
They are.
Yeah. So what's the most? What do you think they'll throw at you? What do you see the most on defense? Like, do people want to do a 53? They want to do a 62?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's great. I mean, we see stuff sometimes that doesn't have a name. So, but you know, well-coached teams, they're gonna find a way to play out of their base defense. So, I mean, I think we'll see like a 5-2 look, and then they'll do some stuff with their secondary to try to support in the run game. And so, you know, what do we see the most? I mean, we don't see a lot of teams that play too high against us. We see a lot of teams that play one high safety, you know, kind of 4-4, 6-2, 5-3, like an odd stack type look. We see that a lot. Every once in a while, we'll see like kind of a rolled 4-3, but you know, it really does come down to, can you get your kids to play assignment football against us?
Yep. And if they've watched that kid run last week for 420, then I bet they're keying on him.
Yeah. You know, Jimmy's a special player, and it's we try to do things to get him going early in the game because he can really be a catalyst for the rest of the offense. And I mean, I think you know, they realize that it starts with stopping the fullback. So. I think, you know, but that opens up other stuff when they do that. It's just a matter of, can we execute our other stuff?
Well, I'll tell you what, you got that option rolling, so that's one good thing in your favor is that they probably haven't seen it all year, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I mean, Pinckneyville kind of runs a little bit of a version of it, but we're definitely different than them. Yeah, and you're right. You know, you don't see too many under center pure triple option teams anymore. And so we feel like we're a unique team to play for in 3 or 4 days. That's why we like it when we get a team that's from out of our league, not one that's played us for 3 or 4 years.
Sure.
And so we feel like that's an advantage. You know, we see what they do. They don't really see what we do. So that's nice.
Now you got beautiful weather for it, so that's.
Oh, it's gorgeous down here. I just went out for a morning walk with a couple of the assistant coaches, and sorry I wasn't in there at 9. We were taking care of something, getting ready, but
you got stuff going on.
We're looking forward to the day.
Is your D coordinator ready?
He's ready. Coach Murray was up at like 5:30, ready to go, studying. He's watching film already. So
yeah, he's another one of those guys, you know, that looks at you mad. I wouldn't want him mad coming at me.
That's true. He's got that Irish temper, you know.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Well,
big dude.
You got a 2:30 game time, right? 2:30.
Correct.
All right. Well, I'll have it on the radio. I'll find her somewhere.
Sounds good. Yeah. Thanks for having me on, guys. And go Spartans.
Yeah, thanks for taking some time to join us. And, yeah, let's go Spartans. Let's get that win and get you a home game next week.
Yeah, hope we'll see you home next week. Let's go.
Yep.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Lyons, they went down last night, Joe. Probably a smart thing to do. You know, you take that 2.5 hour bus ride down there, and
just wear
you know, it's not always get off the bus running. You know, that's tough. So
tough to sit that long for kids and then pop them off and say, "Here, go play,
go work." You know, get loosened up and let's go. But,
well, you know what? That's why that's why high school football is so fun, because you know you get that good record, you get to stay at home. You know, like everything else. You know, everybody likes home games.
And they had a good record. It just wasn't good enough to get that first round home game. But
we can get a W. Come on back up here next week and. Hopefully, you know, play. I don't know. Greenville's a pretty good football team, so it's probably Greenville probably beat them, but Fairfield, not Olympia. Well, we jump into a break and get Coach Shaner on the phone.
Take us.
All right, you're on the cheap seat. Stay with us. We're talking high school football, and up next we'll have Jared Shaner, ex-Raider coach and head coach of the Dixon Dukes. Stay with us.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in Service, Parts, and Detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
This is Chloe Froby from the 2024 Lady Railers State Champion Basketball Team, and you're listening to Cheap Seats on WLCN.
Live from Copper and Oak, and on the phone lines now, the head coach of the Dixon Dukes, Coach Jared Shaner. Good morning, Coach.
Morning, Scott. How you doing?
We're doing good. You got to feel pretty good about yourself this morning. Nothing like waking up on a Saturday morning after a playoff win, Coach. Big win for you last night.
Absolutely. When you get to this time of the year, they're all good. And I've said it before, you get up on these Saturdays and the sun's a little brighter. Everything just feels a little better.
Yeah. You look a little thinner?
Well, I don't know about that.
But put on a dark shirt. And Make it not a tight one, Jared.
Oh, I had to find some extra big ones today.
Big win over Marengo last night, Coach. Tell us about the game.
Yeah, watching film throughout the week, obviously, like I said, you get into the playoffs, you've played good football, and that was the case with them, and we knew it. They had really athletic quarterback, did a good job running the ball and throwing it, but I also felt like If we were patient and just kept kind of working, we would wear on them, and I was hoping we would wear them down a little sooner than we did, but that's the way the game went, and it was tied up going into the fourth, but then we pulled away, had a couple nice drives in the fourth, and really made some good stops, and ended up getting a 21-point win, so can't complain about that too much.
No, that was a tough game to get under your belt. I was paying attention.
For sure.
I was like, boy, this is tight. But the boys played through. What I was really worried was, how are you? Are you injury free?
We are, yeah. We came out no injuries, so that's always another positive at this point in the year. And when you make playoff runs, that's part of it. You guys know you got to stay injury free. You could be one play away from losing a key guy on offense or defense or whatever it might be that can change the rest of your season. So, knock on wood, we are healthy. The boys are in at school with our trainer this morning and just getting some rehab and some therapy, and hopefully be ready to go again next week.
Yeah, it's a big W to get going, and obviously you played last night. So will you guys be running up to Chicago way to watch the winner of agricultural science and Clemente?
Well, I haven't decided yet, to be honest with you. It's not too far of a drive for us. We just got to head east and be about an hour and a half, probably, hour and 20 minutes. So actually coaches were texting, and sometimes CPS puts games on, they have a live stream channel, and sometimes they don't get that done. So kind of a crapshoot on whether you can see it or not.
You're going to get film, obviously, but are you still old school where, you go look at a team and you can tell a size difference or a quickness and all that stuff?
Yeah, it is. I think anybody tell you it's better to see them in person. It's one thing, again, to watch on film and look at a roster, but it's always nice to be able to get eyes on people and really just gauge for yourself the speed of the game, and you also get like the flow of the game that you don't get anymore with Huddle. Clips are all cut up for you, and you don't get to know, again, just the flow and how things went and the momentum. You can't really feel that on Huddle, just because you're just watching play after play, and you can literally just watch all the offense or just watch the defense or their kickoffs or whatever that looks like.
Sure. Hey, the other advantage to going is, I always thought was that, you see that big defensive lineman 77 kind of limp off there late in the fourth quarter. You kind of got to wonder about him. You got to look for him. Is he out there next week? Something like that you can pick up that you wouldn't notice on film.
Yeah. That you, like you said, you may or may not pick up on film, but yeah, those are things you can tell, and just body language of kids, and how they react for good plays and bad plays, and if a kid gets taken out, there's lots that you can certainly gain being in person. And really, Joe, I thought you were going to talk about making road trips and eating, finding places to eat.
Well, that's just part of it. I mean, that's a give me.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can give you a run for your money with your little eating also. At least with exchanging film now, you don't have to go somewhere and get it.
That's true. It used to be we did that those Saturday mornings. You'd find that midpoint, and you'd go and take way back when your VCR tapes, and then your CDs, and sometimes you'd end up at bars in the Peoria area and never come home, right, Joe?
Joe.
I think the best trip was when we met those guys in Morton.
Oh yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, that was some fun stuff. Sure. I see that paying attention to your bracket, I see Coal City. They went out and took care of Johnsburg, which Coal City the better team, but Johnsburg's always a good football team.
Right. Yeah, I think, you try not to look too far ahead, but obviously that's kind of part of the fun of it too, is just, who could we see when, and it sure looks like Coal City might be on our path at some point, which, like I said, you just got to play the team that's on the line across from you or above you or below you, and
it's all you're worried about.
Play well that day.
That's all you're worried about, but I am going to bring up one more thing. I saw where the Powers up there, Wheaton Academy and St. Lawrence, both popped out.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously we lost a close one to St. Lawrence last year. And they've got a new quarterback who came from Iowa, I think. He's an ISU recruit, and yeah, they just reload every year.
You played right with that St. Lawrence team last year, and then they went on out and played for state championship against Rochester.
Yeah, there's a surprise last night, huh?
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Boy, what a game that was, and that's where they have that Rocket TV, so I was watching a little bit of that. Man, P&D, they have a big quarterback, and they running the wing tee, and they look pretty good.
For sure. I keep saying it, but at this point, if you're winning football games, you're a good football team. I think part of it, you guys know too, is sometimes it's also matchup. What you do well versus what somebody else defends well, or vice versa. Mm-hmm. So it's fun to look at scores, but they don't always mean the same thing week in and week out. Like I said, just because of matchups and styles, and maybe teams that you've seen previously in the year and you've prepared a little bit for. So all those things kind of go into account.
Have you seen anything film of the two Chicago schools this year yet?
We have a little bit. Yeah, they did have. There's a few clips on YouTube and stuff, so we've watched them a little bit, and obviously just speed and athleticism. The ag science specifically, we kind of focused on. I think they should win today. Quarterback and running back are just blazing fast. If you don't corral them, you're going to be looking at the back of their jersey.
Well, it should be entertainment. It's nice to have it under your belt, right? Now you don't have any pressure today. Enjoy your Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. It is nice. Those first round, usually, specifically, if you're close enough, I always feel like it's good to play that Friday night game. You're still in that same mode. You've done that most of the year, and then you do get to kind of sit back and just score watch and maybe catch some other games today.
Now, is there a chance you could stay at home? I don't have what they're ranked there, but there's a chance you can stay at home next week?
If Ag Science wins, we'll be back at home. Because we're the higher seed and both would have hosted. And then if Clemente wins, we would be heading into Chicago. I think they play at Rock B Stadium. I can't remember exactly where their home games are. But if they would win, we'd be heading there.
On the road. Well, let's be a dad for a minute and tell us how the Shaner boy did last night.
Well, it's one of those in-game. I think Cullen maybe got yelled at more last night than he has all year.
By an assistant coach, you give us his name. We're not letting that go on.
Something like that. I think it's just, it's the heightened sense of the playoffs. Yeah. For everybody, right? And then the other thing too, Cullen played defense last night just because of the style that Marengo played. I think throughout the year he probably played defense in 2 or 3 games, and truthfully we were up, at halftime, and then he wasn't playing defense anymore. And then, not to make excuses, but we've had, I don't know if you can tell, we've had sickness going through our house. So all week he has really been struggling. We've tried to pump the fluids, and all that to say, I yelled at him a lot. I felt like he didn't play well. He ended 20 of 27 with 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. So I guess you can't,
wow.
Can't be too mad.
Are you going to replace him? Are you going to let him play next week?
Well, yeah, I don't know. We got to evaluate the film and see if he does the dishes today.
Oh, he's not doing any dishes. I'll tell you that right now.
Staying away from you, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, did he even spend the night at the house?
He did, but he went to bed pretty early. We have coaches and families over and eat and everything after the game, and kind of looked around, and the guy said, "Where's Cullen?" I said, "Well, I think he was tired of getting yelled at, and he was just tired in general, so he went to bed."
Oh, that's pretty funny. Hey, you're making him a better football player, right? He's gonna be ready for next week.
You may not see him Monday.
He'll be ready for hopefully life when his wife yells at him and boss or whatever it is.
That's what you need, right? Yeah, you're preparing him for life. What about some rushing yards? He take off running, any?
Yeah, I don't know the total. He probably had 40 or 50. I would guess.
I'll say he's a quick little running back.
Yeah, he is. He's not real big. We try to force him to eat all the time and gain some weight. He's just got that frame where he doesn't want to right now. But if he's like me, that'll catch up with him.
Oh yeah,
he won't have a problem later on.
Yeah, we might have to see a doctor about that.
No, he did. He does a good job. Our running back ran really hard last night, and I think he finished with 150 or so.
Nice.
And just an all-around good effort. We had a couple receivers make some nice plays for us, and defense really. I don't know if you guys caught a play-by-play or anything, but they scored on their second play of the game.
Yeah,
we were down 7-0. Just long pass that our kid was there and just didn't make a play. So after that, our defense actually played pretty well. They put one drive together in the third quarter, but other than that, we stuffed them pretty good. So overall, a good game.
So you were irritated right in the first couple plays.
That was it. Kind of the start probably irritated me, and then Cullen got the brunt of that.
It wasn't even his man.
Right, it wasn't. You're right.
He was standing next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you got the W anyway. Now we'll pay attention to see what these Chicago schools do. Hopefully you grab another home game.
Yeah.
Great. We keep saying it, but you guys are always welcome to come up and crash at our house and catch a game. I told them the other week, Joe, when you were sick in bed, I told them we can do the show right. I'm on my little 3 Seasons room right now. We can do the show from right here.
See there? Yeah. Nice.
We don't need Joe.
No, we don't even need him, actually.
Yeah. We know that. Who does need me? No one.
Get Jake up here. Get the producer up here. Yeah, we'll get them all here.
The producer.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, you're not getting Jim Ash to go anywhere.
He goes to bed at 5 o'clock.
That guy, if we weren't 6 blocks from his house, he wouldn't be here. Well, and we'll be sure and bring you some Mellow Cream donuts because I know how you like those.
Yeah. All right,
Get
Coach.
that shameless plug in there, Mellow Cream. Talk about the bar too.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you know about that. We're sitting in the bar now.
Oh, nice.
Sipping on some whiskey.
Yeah, we're having scotch, scotch and coffee.
No time like 9:30 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard that before. You can't drink all day if you don't start early.
That's true.
You may not be awake late, but there you go. Well, congratulations. You got a big W under your belt. You survived the first round. You got them prepared. All right.
Hopefully we can talk a few more times this year.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
All the way out. Let's talk the next 4 weeks.
That's the goal. That is the goal.
All right, Coach. Congratulations, and we hope to talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
you. Coach.
Let's take another commercial break. We come back. We'll wrap it up here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Since 1958, Eden has been a With Joe, Jake, Jim, Lloyd, and Scott on 96.3 FM WLCN.
And welcome back to the Cheap Seats. Look who we brought on.
Woo! Go Cards!
I know you're sick of looking at Scott Kirby, so now look who's on. The proud mother-in-law of Coach Aaron Fricke over there at Warrensburg Lake.
Yes.
Tell us, Mom, what's going on? Tell us all about the day.
So exciting, so exciting. First of all, we're meeting over at the Alibi for lunch. Not Aaron, of course, but some of us. Alibi for lunch, 11:30. Grabbing a quick bite and heading over.
Is there a big truckload of people going over?
Right now, just family.
All right, that's good.
And you?
That's good.
I heard you might be there.
I might be over.
Yeah.
And you got your Warrensburg stuff on?
I do. Brand new. Brand spanking new.
Brand new. Playoff bound.
Yes.
It's got to be exciting.
Very exciting.
You want to do a cheer or anything for anyone?
I don't know any Warrensburg cheers. I could do a Broadwell Rocket
Let's
cheer.
hear it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we just wanted to have you pop on here and say, let's go.
I'm so excited.
Go Cardinals.
Go. Well, thanks.
Go Cardinals.
Thanks for having me over
Look, I
here.
wore my Cardinal gear. It's not the same, but it is.
Almost.
All right, let's go Cardinals.
Go Cards.
Surprise guest.
Thank you.
Thanks for popping on.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. We're going to bring Scott back. We're going to bring Scotty back on now. I was going to say, I don't know where your stuff is. Well, we thought, we just call your mom. Proud Mom was down at Mellow Cream. We thought we'd have her pop on and jump in the show there for a minute. Anyway, Scotty, we were talking before we...
Kick me off?
Before we kicked you off, we were talking a second. How about your Chicago Bears? For those of you that maybe weren't paying attention or something, did the Bears win last week? Hey, don't just be quiet now. Tell us about your 12-5 Chicago Bears.
The words I have to say, I can't say on air.
And it's going to be getting longer by the second. You're all the way back at the 30-yard line.
I mean,
now you can step into it.
Oh, you want to hear it?
This is good.
You want me to?
Game on the line, and the ball is caught. Caught! It's a miracle. It's Noah Brown. Oh my goodness.
All right, let me tell you about the Bears.
Crazy.
First of all, you're on the.
That was pretty good.
You're on the 2-yard line, first and goal. Stevenson is celebrating and taunting the fans as the darn play is going on. And who tips the ball up in the air? Stevenson.
That play's unbelievable.
First of all, call a timeout, get your defense. You got 4 rushers and a spy on the quarterback. The quarterback's not going to run 60 yards for a touchdown. Drop another guy down in coverage.
He may get Christmas gifts from some Washington people, players. Unbelievable that he jumped up and did this.
I mean,
I'm in awe of it.
Joe, you've coached for 95 years. Have you ever seen anything so pathetic?
No, those 2 plays alone were just pathetic.
First of all, we didn't deserve to win the game anyway because we didn't do crap the whole game until second half. We know we made some plays.
But you hung in the game. Defense played well.
Yeah, defense plays well every week, but OMG.
Mm-hmm. Now, can you shake it off and fly out to Arizona?
I'm going to say no.
Take on the Cardinals.
I'm going to say no.
With the Smurf at quarterback.
No.
Can you stop that guy?
No.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Look how down he is.
I don't know.
The Cardinals are horrible too, bud. So I'd say you have a chance. I think the Bear defense will smother the Cardinals. It could be a bore fest.
I mean, is it time to go? Because you got me flustered. It's 10 o'clock. It is time
10
to
o'clock.
Go.
And that's going to be the Bear Report. Again,
that is the Bear Report.
You've been on the Bear Report with Scott Kirby.
Yeah.
And he's not liking it.
Nope. Hate it.
Didn't like that song you played either, Lloyd.
I don't even know what that was. Never heard it before in my life. And I don't know why he has it on his phone.
Well, he's got a lot of things on that phone we shouldn't know.
Yeah, we're not even going to open it up. But that's going to do it for us there on the Cheap Seats. A lot of playoff football going on today, last night. So hopefully our local teams can advance. And we have more to talk about next week because we're going to have about 2 or 3 weeks of nothing until basketball starts. Basketball right around the corner. It'll be starting here a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, here in the next couple weeks.
Yep.
So, yeah, basketball. Boy, can you believe football's winding down and we're talking basketball again?
That's unbelievable. Just keeps churning.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Good day.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.